Hey Aries, I hope you guys are doing great. It's Tipsy here to do your general love reading for whenever you come across this video. Let's jump right in okay, we're not taking those. Let's jump right in and start by pulling some oracle cards to see what energies are surrounding this reading for you. What do we have going on for my Aries collective? And the first card out that we have is Full Moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Let's pull another and see what else is going on for my Aries collective. And we also have Reconsider. Let's pull one last one and see what's happening. We have Free Yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So Aries, the first things that sort of came out for me with these cards is that if you are in a relationship or otherwise dealing with someone, it feels as though you are not being authentic with yourself, with this person. It almost feels like an energy of you sort of dimming your shine or not being your true self, because I don't know, I'm getting the feeling that the person that you're with, when you're sort of just free and open and authentically you, they don't seem to appreciate it. And I'm even getting for some of you out there that this person seems to be rather critical of you and how you sort of express yourself, how you choose to live your life. And so it feels as though there's an energy around this of thinking whether or not this is something that you want to stay in, whether or not you want to invest your time and energy in someone who doesn't appreciate you fully, who doesn't recognize your gifts or how amazing you are, whether or not you want to be with someone that you have to sort of turn off parts of yourself in order to make them comfortable in you all's interaction. So let's dig into some tarot and see what other messages we can pull for you. So let's start with your current energy, Aries. How are you feeling right now? We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's take a peek at your person. How is Aries person feeling? We have the 5 of Inspiration, or the 5 of Wands in traditional tarot. Challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden. We have the 9 of Voices, or the 9 of Swords. Advice from Spirit. Advice from Spirit, we have the Page of Voices. And for your potential outcome, we have the 2 of Emotions. All right, so let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify a little bit further. Starting again with your current energy, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse, and we also have the 10 of Pentacles upright, which is pretty interesting. For your person's energy, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden, we have the Moon. Advice from Spirit, we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. And for your potential outcome, we have the Stars in reverse. All right, so let's get into this, Aries. Looking at your current energy, we have the 10 of Materials, or the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse, and we also have the 10 of Pentacles. It feels as though right now you are looking for stability, right? You're looking for something that's long lasting, something that's stable, that's healthy, that's, full of abundance and goodness. And you're not getting that right now. It feels as though things for you seem very shaky. They seem very uncertain. But whatever the case is, you're not happy. This situation is not lending itself to your happiness, to your well-being, to you being stable and abundant. It's a very, very heavy feeling. It's a very confused and disappointed feeling. But And I think that right now you're not necessarily acting. It feels as though you're a little bit stuck in your head trying to figure things out. Now, for your person, we have the Five of Inspiration, or the Five of Swords in traditional the Five of Wands in traditional tarot, and we also have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So I don't necessarily feel like this person is an evil person per se, but it feels as though they have a lot of insecurities. And your gifts, being the person that you are, for whatever reason, maybe triggers those insecurities within them. And so they always feel as though they're sort of on the defensive, like they have to sort of, I don't want to say prove themselves, but they don't want anyone to sort of challenge their perception of themselves, I guess, might be a good way of putting it. But this person they're not comfortable in their own skin. And anyone who is able to be their authentic self is somehow a threat to them. And so it feels as though their way of coping with their own feelings about themselves is to try and diminish others, so they look a little bit more elevated. Now, looking at obstacles, challenges, and what's currently hidden, we have the Nine of Voices, or the Nine of Swords in traditional tarot, and we also have the Moon. So the Nine of Swords, represents anxiety, stress, worry, sleeplessness. And I think that this goes back to where you are right now, Aries, is being uncertain, being unsure, being confused. There are things that are still hidden. There's no clarity on this situation as to why this person is acting like that and why you feel the way you do when it comes to this relationship, which is uncomfortable, unstable, not happy. So it feels as though right now, those are the biggest challenges that you're facing. Now, when we look at the advice from Spirit, we have the Page of Swords, and we also have the Two of Cups in reverse. And so it feels as though Spirit is saying not to necessarily, take any steps, but do so quietly and swiftly. It feels as though the Spirit is saying there's no need for a big show of emotions. This is the time to almost be cutting, but not quite to that extent. This is someone who, sort of speaks their truth very quietly, very respectfully, and then exits stage left. This is not someone who starts talking about your mama and your second cousin or your granny or anything like that. This is not someone who hits the nuclear option. This is somebody who just speaks very, very clearly and says, you know what? I'm feeling X, Y, and Z. I don't think this is for me anymore. But you know what? Wishing you the best in your life journey. I'm going to go ahead and go. So it feels like Spirit is saying that you may think about taking that approach, because it doesn't seem as though this person is going to adjust their ways. I think that it's going to take a lot of work for them to get past this insecurity or whatever this is that is leading them to not appreciate everything that you're bringing to the table. And so Spirit is saying, think about walking away. And we saw that in the overall energy as well, right? With freeing yourself and reconsider that, maybe it's time for you to think about walking away. Now, for your potential outcome, we have the Two of Cups, and we also have the Stars in reverse. So what this is telling me, that for your potential outcome, and I think that this is a little bit longer term, I would say at least 6 months to a year is what I'm feeling, is that walking away from this person, you're going to find your happiness, right? You're going to have that partnership. You're going to have that Two of Cups, but not with them. It's going to be with someone else who is able to enter your life because you've made space for them, because you've walked away from this person. So you freed yourself from their energy. You've pulled it back. And now you have this nice big open space for someone else. But this happiness, this partnership is not going to come from them. So let's grab one last oracle card. See if there are any final messages from Spirit for my Aries. Okay, and we have one card that came out. And what we have is gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. So I think in this instance with the gratitude card, I don't think that anybody's particularly grateful for feeling stressed or anxious or uncertain or anything like that. But I think that ultimately you are going to get to a place when you encounter this next person that you're going to be appreciative of the fact that they appreciate you, and not just little bits and pieces of you that you reveal, but all of you, the real you. This is what you're going to be able to show to them. And I think that based on this experience that you've had with this person, you are going to have a greater appreciation for the next one that comes in, who is able to recognize, acknowledge, and celebrate you and all of the gifts that you bring to this world. So Aries, even though this might be a little bit rough right now, know that there's someone wonderful waiting for you around the corner who is going to be 100% team you. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.